Hi everyone. So this is the next topic we are going to see, which is data storage in CDs and DVDs. So we are going to see how the data has been recorded in a CD or a DVD, and how it is again readed back from a DVD or a CD writer and reader. That's what we are going to see as next topic. So these are the pictures we are going to use for this explanation. So this is the real CD we are having, and which is showing the measurement of its radius, which is 6 centimeter, and so the diameter will be total of 12 centimeters. And this each CD consists of something called as a sector. So in a circle, if you see normal circle, you will divide a circle as sectors. So likewise, this CD or DVD is also divided as sectors, and each sector having number of tracks. So this is an example track I am showing to you, but there are n number of tracks will be there. If you see it very carefully and closely into the CD, this tracks will be visible nicely. So each one round, you can see number of round like this. So each round is called as track. So for example, I had shown this kind of curvy lines, which are each line is a tracks, and each tracks will be having this kind of picture. So this is the track, this line is the track, and this is the internal picture of those tracks. So CD layer normally consists of 3 layers. So the first one, which is called as label layer, and that is label layer means which is the front side of the CD, and this will be considered as a back. So this is the back side of CD. So front side having the label surface where you can write everything. So this is the internal structure. So next to the label, you can see something called as a reflective layer, where the actual data has been written, and this layer, so this is the layer which is made up of aluminum for reflection. So for reflection purpose, like a mirror. So if you have consider this as a glass, so this is actually a polycarbonate surface, and this is the behind the polycarbonate surface, a metal has been used for reflection. So like a mirror, your normal mirror, there will be a glass, behind that there will be a metal coating for the reflection. So likewise, this is the polycarbonate layer, which the data, where the data has been written, and behind this there is a metal layer which is made up of aluminum, has been coated. So above the aluminum there will be a polycarbonate, and next to that there will be a protective layer which is called as backside. So these are all the protective layer. So inside you can see the aluminum and all, which we cannot see normally. So above this there will be a protective layer which will protect it from dust and moisture. So for that there will be a protective layer here. Okay, and this picture, which is actual CD writer or reader, so the enhanced picture of this reader or writer has been this right hand side. So where there is a laser, so normal laser has been used, and this prism is used for directing the light for 45 degrees. For that the prism has been used, and this is the condensing lens. So the incoming laser light which will be condensed to the prism, and this is the data written already. So which is the tracks, we will say it as a track, right? So this tracks what has been written, which is shown here also. So these are the tracks, original tracks, and from that the laser light has been reflected, and this is the photodiode. We already saw what is meant by photodiode. So when the light hit the surface, it will produce a current. So that current will be sent to a circuit where the data has been read. So this is the photo detector or photodiode, where from light it converts it to the electrical signal. So this is the original picture of DVD or CD writer. Okay, coming to the point how the data has been read or write, that's what we are going to see. There will be a layer which is a polycarbonate, made of polycarbonate. Polycarbonate layer. Now there will be a laser gun. So this you can consider as a laser gun. So this we can consider as a laser gun. So from that laser has been produced. This laser hit the surface, polycarbonate surface, so that this polycarbonate surface, which will get affected due to this laser, what we call it as burning. So we something called as a CD burning. So when you write a CD, you know that. So CD will be said as the data is burning. So it will not burn, it will just oxidize the layer, and that layer is affected, and where this layer will be called as a pit. It will also be taken as a reverse layer, as land or pit. So either way, so this will etch the surface or it will get oxidized. So there are two ways of burning. Either it is etched. Etched means it will just dig it away the surface, or it will just add the oxygen layer to that, so that it will become non-reflective. So this layer will become non-reflective now. So this is the layer which is non-reflective. So as it is non-reflective, while at reading this CD, the light will not get reflected back from this surface. So you won't get any kind of light from the surface as it will become a non-reflective layer. So which will be considered as, this non-reflective layer will be considered as zero, what we call here as a pit. So they had actually inverted the land and pit. So this will be called as a pit, where it is a non-reflective layer, and this will be called as a land, where it will be reflected back, but it has been inverted here. Anyway, so this flat area we will consider it as a land surface, where while at reading, light or laser will get reflected back. So for writing purpose, we will use a high beam laser, that is high energy laser we will use. So this is of high energy while writing, but whereas while at the reading we will use the low energy. For reading we will use low energy laser, so that the surface will not get affected. High energy laser beam means the surface will get affected. So for reading purpose we will use low energy laser. So this is the flat area, which is a land area, which is not affected by the laser, or not etched, or not get oxidized. From this layer, while we are using the low energy laser, this low energy laser will hit and then come back, reflected back, so that this data will be considered as 1. Whereas wherever the CD has been burnt, or track has been burnt in that area, and which will become a non-reflective layer, the light will, when low energy light hit the surface, it will not get reflected back. Only partial of them will get reflected, and so that this will be considered as 0. In this way, 1s and 0 pattern has been generated continuously in this tracks. So 1 0 1 0 or 1 1, like that way this tracks will be recorded with the bits. So we call each thing as a bit. 1 is a bit, 0 is a bit, and you know that 8 bit is equal to 1 byte, that you all know. So this is the way of reading and recording. So this is the reader. So for reading purpose we will use photodiode or photodetector. So this is for reading purpose, photodetector. So which will detect the light and convert it to electrical signal. So this will become analog. So these are all ones and zeros and all digitals. So these are all digital, and digital will be converted to analog by the photodetector. Okay, but there is a difference between DVD, CD, and nowadays we know that there is something called as Blu-ray, which store up to 50 GB. So that's what I recently know. So 30 to 50 GB. 50 GB normally the Blu-ray disc can store. So how this much of data has been stored, and what is the difference between CD, DVD and Blu-ray disc, and what is happening, why this much of data has been we can store in a Blu-ray disc but cannot in a CD. So what is the difference, CD or DVD? The reason is that the DVD player or writer, which will use red color as a wavelength, red color laser, which is of around 590 nanometers. So the wavelength of red laser is 590 nanometers. The difference is that as the wavelength is large, the etching surface or creation of pit will also be large, of 590 nanometers. But whereas if you use the blue light, which is having a wavelength of around 400 nanometer, so which is smaller when compared to red. So this is 590 and this is 400, something 100 times lesser, right? So as this wavelength is small, so using this blue color light we can reduce the size of the pit to 400. So now the size of the pit is not 590, whereas due to the blue color wavelength we can produce a pit size of 400 nanometers, which is smaller, so that many amount or number of data can be stored in this place, right? So 400 means you have extra space for storing the data. So in this way DVD, Blu-ray differs in storage amount of data. So that's why we can able to save large amount of data in a Blu-ray and smaller amount of data in a DVD. So this is the basic difference due to the usage of wavelength. So usage of red to blue. So nowadays we are having a blue color laser. So in the previous topic I show you that 2014 is the discovery where the blue color laser light has been discovered, blue color LED. So from LED laser will also be discovered. So blue laser. So after 2014 you are getting a Blu-ray due to the blue color laser LED. So this is the reading and writing process of data in a CD, DVD or Blu-ray. And another thing is that there is something called as rewritable DVDs or CD. So what is the difference between rewritable and one-time readable or writable DVDs. In rewritable, they will not use this kind of material. They will use a different kind of crystalline material, metallic crystalline material. So they will use a metallic crystals, so that crystal means there will be a order arrangement. So this laser will disturb this order to make it to amorphous again, and then amorphous to ordering it again to the crystal. So there will be a different layer here. Like aluminum, there will be a metallic layer here, another metallic layer, where the ordering or disordering will happen continuously. So again and again you can reorient those order of the crystal, and you can change the data as ones and zeros whenever you want, so that in this way this rewritable DVD and one time, that is permanent writing DVD differs. So this is temporary, you can reuse it, rewritable, or you can reuse those DVDs due to this changing of metallic ordering, metallic crystal orientation. So you know how the crystal has been oriented, what is the difference between crystal and amorphous. So there will be a ordering means which you call it as a crystal, and amorphous means disordered type of atom. So atoms will be get disordered. So regular arrangement there will not be in amorphous. So these are all regular arrangement, and there will be a random arrangement which you call it as amorphous. So that's the difference between crystal and amorphous. So this is for amorphous. So I hope you understand what is how the data has been stored in CD, DVDs, and what is the difference between Blu-ray disc, normal DVD, and rewritable and one-time writable CDs and DVDs. So thanks for watching.